How's it going, folks? Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel for the weekend MMO news drop. Let's get straight to it, beginning with Sandbox MMO Albion Online. This week, its studio, Sandbox Interactive, has shared its May 2020 update, and there's plenty of things to break down, but let's start with the most interesting one, which is that they have shared their actual daily active account numbers, which most other MMOs do not do. And it's currently sitting at 500,000 monthly users for the month of April. That's not bad for a Sandbox MMO, and the studio attributes this to plenty of things like its latest Queen update, which revamped the endgame, and the free-to-play launch last year, of course, which removed any barrier of entry for new players. And I've covered that in a review, which you can watch by clicking on the video card or from a link down below. They've also completed some charity work recently and are hiring to expand due to their recent success. For new players to Albion Online or those wondering what's coming next, its early 2020 roadmap suggests we're getting more solo content to complement everything else, like the Roads of Avalon and Corrupted solo dungeons. Moving on, Intrepid Studios has shared its latest Ashes of Creation monthly newsletter this week, which covers all the highlights of work done on the MMORPG over the past month. If you've been away or just catching up on everything you've missed with AOC, you can find a link to it down below, and in summary, it's mostly the alpha gameplay stream that happened in April, which showed off dungeon gameplay, new character faces and hair, harvestable materials, and environment work. The alpha one is of course starting this month as well, so expect to see much more Ashes of Creation gameplay emerging from both the studio and players alike. Over in LOTRO, aka the Lord of the Rings Online, there's a buff that's live right now, which returning players who are also crafters should take note of. Running for the weekend, the buff is a 25% boost to crafting XP, applied to all craftable recipes for metalsmiths, weaponsmiths, scholars, tailors, woodworkers, tinkerers, and cooks. Gathering professions unfortunately do not count. Since there's a new crafting guild tier and reputation to look forward to at the current endgame, be sure to take advantage of this to level your crafters if you're quite far behind. Up next, interesting news is coming out of XL Games, the developers of ARCHEAGE in South Korea. According to MMO Culture, the studio is now hiring a couple of English proficient developers for a brand new Unreal Engine 4 MMORPG that's listed as a next generation project, as opposed to an already existing game. There has been no mention of it being a mobile project, so by default, we are going to assume this is a PC development, and let's hope to hear more about it in the future, as ARCHEAGE could definitely use a modern distant cousin to join its ranks. Gamigo's voxel MMO TROVE has launched its latest update, Delves. Players now have a brand new game mode and can adventure into the depths of procedurally generated worlds for riches and rewards, but beware the challenges. With the help of the AI, players are transported into the depths of the geode in groups of up to 8 players or solo, tailored to match their personal power level. Each of the 3 delve modes offers a variety of challenges for brave players. After solving them, players and their friends can face dangerous bosses and venture deeper and deeper into the mysterious caves. In challenge delves, victors are forever immortalized on the leaderboard. Jandysoft's upcoming dark isometric MMORPG Mad World is back in the news, as the studio has shared a brand new gameplay trailer on Twitter this week. Last time we checked in on the game, Mad World showed off some PvP, boss raids, its pet system, and also announced that Netmarble has become its publishing partner. This time around, the trailer doesn't really show off any new systems or mechanics, but you will get a closer look at the UI and art design of the character models and monsters. And for those worrying that it will be mobile exclusive, it won't be, as PC is still the game's main development destination platform. The alpha, which was planned for 2019, was delayed of course, so we're also waiting on word about a new testing date. Survival MMO Population Zero has launched into Steam Early Access this week, and it was immediately met with mostly negative reviews on Steam, which at the time of recording has earned it a mixed review grade. It got so bad that developers Aniplex Games have had to come out and apologize to players amidst a huge wave of refunds that was going on. Among the issues at launch this week was the crappy servers, no way to play with your Steam friends, wonky combat, and a lot more, which the studio has vowed to fix. They have also just released a content roadmap, which is what most studios do these days to silence the rioters temporarily, that contains a weekly checklist of fixes and improvements. For those that have played the game, hey, feel free to share your thoughts and experiences down in the comments section below. Onward we go to the mobile MMO category, and we do have one piece of news to talk about. Has anyone played Dragon Knight Online or DK Online? If you have, whether it's the Area Games versions beta from way back in the day, or the newer Masangsoft version which is currently on Steam, then the good news or bad news, depending on your perception, is that a mobile version has been announced called DK Mobile. Korean studio Entrance is currently developing it. It runs on the Unity engine, will be free to play, and it's currently in the final stage of development. I've played DK Online and it was straight up one of the most frustrating experiences I've had with an MMO because everything revolved around the heavy-handed cash shop, and I mean everything. I can tell the mobile version will definitely take inspiration from that. Let's wrap this up with the not-so MMORPG section now, and let's start with Crucible, a brand new online shooter by Amazon, which is launching on the 20th of May. Crucible will be free to play and offers a competitive team-based shooter which incorporates both PvE and PvP. You'll select from a roster of 10 heroes at launch, play matches in which you'll hunt down opposing team members, fight the native map enemies, and complete objectives. Progression is all about leveling up your characters known as hunters by collecting a resource called essences, which is what you'll spend to increase power and enhance your abilities. Honestly, I don't mind a good shooter, and more than anything else, I'll play this to get a feel of what Amazon is like as a studio and how it handles the launch of its first live service game, because remember, its MMORPG New World is coming up in August, followed by the free-to-play Lord of the Rings MMO, which we still know nothing about. And lastly, for this news drop, Funcom's survival MMO Conan Exiled has released a brand new DLC, The Architects of Argos, and Update 40. The DLC pack contains 49 new and exclusive building pieces inspired by the Argosian design from the Conan universe. And there's also 3 new mount saddles, 15 armor pieces, and 9 new weapons included. As for Update 40, the game has patched in some better follower behaviors that gives players more choices in battle, as you can now tweak your preferences to suit your playstyle. Patch notes down in the link below. That's all I've got for now, folks. Have a great weekend of gaming ahead. As usual, if there's news for a game you play that isn't covered in this video, share it with the rest of us down in the comments. Hit the like button if you're gaming this weekend, and hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon so that you'll never miss an MMO news update. Once again, I'm Adrian, and I thank you for watching.